Be sure to comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.
1, 2, 3.
Wow. I don't even know where to begin with tonight. Because anything I do, or anything I say on here in this review, won't do it justice. You gotta go watch this NXT Takeover. Now, I know I'm in the feelings right now. I know it just ended, but I will say top 3 Takeover, for sure. Of all the takeovers that they did, I say that this is top 3. All the matches delivered in some sense. All the matches delivered, and I think I give you probably each match at least 3 stars. Everybody did fucking great tonight. They worked their ass off for the fans in Chicago. You got a match in the year candidate, possibly, I would say either top 2 or maybe the match of the year so far in WWE, between Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. And I came on here and I stated that that was going to be match of the weekend, and that is, the best 2 guys to put in that situation. Now, with no slouch in the main event, was, DIY versus the Authors of Pain in a fucking great ladder match. Taking nothing away from them. The ending here, and, we kind of, we knew it was coming. I didn't know it was going to be coming tonight. But Tommaso Ciampa turns heel. Tommaso Ciampa turns heel. And it wasn't just like a regular old heel turn. It was, he just threw Johnny Gargano into the stage screens there. The setup in the Allstate Arena. And he just went to work on Johnny Gargano. 2 knees by Ciampa. There was fuck you and asshole chants to Tommaso Ciampa. He did a air raid off the announcer's table, which was on the stage, kind of like how you see on Monday Night Raw, through some tables. The only thing was missing from tonight was Adam Cole. We didn't get Adam Cole. They might be sending him to Brooklyn. Who knows? If Adam Cole was there, or maybe even Mike Bennett was there, and I was actually thinking as well, I was like, well, hell, Mike Bennett and Adam Cole, they were, used to be in the Kingdom together. Maybe they're gonna come as a tag team. That was just the, with the tag team match main eventing and everything. I was like, oh, maybe we see both of them come in tonight. We didn't get that. I'm not upset by it whatsoever, because this takeover, even without them, like I said, it's top 3. If they were to came out, this would have been the best takeover of all time, in my opinion, at least. I'm speechless. I am speechless right now. I didn't even get to introduce myself because I've been ranting here for the past 3 minutes. Not ranting, but really just raving with the past 3 minutes. Go on 4 minutes now about this show overall. Good main event. Well, it should have been the main event. Well, it could have been the main event. We thought it was going to be the main event between Bobby Roode and Hideo Itami. Very hard-hitting match. Great selling from both guys. The women's championship match was great. I don't want to say great. It was good. It was good. It was better than the 4-way than what I saw in San Antonio. So, the Ruby Riott was over as shit. Asuka and Nikki Cross looked both good in this match. Everybody looked good in this match. And, in the opening match between Roderick Strong and Eric Young, got the crowd off to a hot start with a very good match. Although I did pick Eric Young to win, I wasn't mad about Roderick Strong winning. You could have really picked either or. That's not really much importance, but, man, I didn't even get to introduce myself. What's up, guys? JD Venomir, part of Venom Nation Wrestling, and I already gave you most of my NXT Takeover Chicago review Pay-per-view was just fucking great tonight. If you guys are new around here, be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, and like the Facebook page where both links are down below. Tell your friends and family and come and join the JD Venom Nation here on YouTube. You don't want to miss out on any more of my videos here because reactions like this, you know, they come once in a while from me when I'm fucking speechless like this. When there's a great show like this. Definitely show of the year from WWE so far. It's, again, I say it once and I'll say it again. When WWE, when they want to put on something great, they will do it. They are Ring of Honor. They do Ring of Honor better than Ring of Honor because you got the wrestling tonight along with the storytelling. Not to take anything, if you're a Ring of Honor fan, not to take anything away from what you like and what you love. But, you know, Gargano and Ciampa, they're going to they're going to have a fucking, there's going to be a blood feud pretty much. You know what I mean? Without the blood. This is going to be great. And I can see them feuding all the way through TakeOver Brooklyn and the next TakeOver after that, wherever that's going to be. TakeOver Survivor Series, which will most likely be in Houston. Because Survivor Series is in Houston this year. But, man, what a way to end the pay-per-view. And just a great pay-per-view overall, guys. I mean, you gotta go out and watch it. I will say watch the entire thing. But, you know, the build-up to the last match is fucking great now. You know, what I would have done, this is what I would have done. I would have just switched the women's match and the Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate match around as far as position is concerned, match order. But outside of that, I mean, and that's very nitpicky, guys. So, you know, but this show is definitely an 8 to 9 tonight. This show was fucking great. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I don't know exactly what I want to rate it yet, but I think I'm just because I'm in the fields. I just finished watching it, so I'm like, I may be overrating a little bit, but 8 out of 10, close to 9 out of 10. This show was fucking good. This show was fucking good. The only way that I would give it a solid 9 for sure is if Adam Cole, Mike Bennett, or Maria Kanellis shows up, but they didn't, so it's okay. Wow, wow. Well, let's get into it here, guys. I'm just gonna review the show here, and let me know what you think about the show down in the comments. I already know you know what? Probably I'm probably gonna be doing boys of the week for this week here because once I get to Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne, they might be my boys of the week for the Gain Over podcast, guys, for sure. Because this shit was fucking incredible tonight. So we saw him tonight against Roderick Strong versus Eric Young. And I notated here that best thing that EY has ever been a part of. He's ever been more over. He's ever been more good in, well, I won't say more good in the ring. I mean, that's debatable. But he's never been more important than what he is right now. Even when he was TNA World Champion, Eric Young has never been in a better position than what he is right now, part of Sanity. Big pop for Roderick Strong, and this match was a great way to open up tonight. I'm not going to be giving ratings on the matches, but I'll, you know, like I said, if I really enjoy it, like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, you know, or the DIY ALP match, I'm gonna give it a star rating. But this one here, you know, it's a solid 3-star match, 3.5. I'll say 3.5 star match between Roderick Strong and Eric Young. They did some great stuff here. The story of the match was Roderick Strong trying to fight off Sandy. Strong, you know, was getting he attacked both Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf from behind to begin the match. Dane hits a running crossbody on the outside. Strong, you know, on Strong. Referee didn't see it. Alexander Wolf hits a cross kick. Referee didn't see it. So that's what it was. It was the numbers of Sanity versus Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong was over as shit in Chicago, as you may imagine. Strong catches EY with a boot, and he hits him with a vicious bat-breaker, not net breaker, with a vicious bat-breaker. Speaking of net breaker, EY is a wheelbarrow net break on the outside to Roderick Strong in this match. Both were on the top rope, and Roderick Strong hits a knee, and Eric Young falls into Sanity on the outside, which is a very good spot. And Roderick Strong wins with a suplex release into a double double knee backbreaker, kind of like a backstabber, a sideways backstabber for the win. I didn't pick Roderick Strong, but it was a pretty damn good match to open up the show. So good match from Roderick Strong and Eric Young. After that, we got possibly the match, one of the matches of the year. I don't think I'm going to say match of the year yet, but because we still got months to go. We still got 7 more months to go to really determine match of the year. But it's definitely top 3. I put on my Twitter when I was tweeting all night, guys. So follow me on Twitter because I'll be when wrestling's on, I'm gonna be tweeting for sure. I'll be tweeting tomorrow, so be sure to follow me. After this match, I put Cena versus Styles, Okada versus Omega, Dunn versus Bate, and then there's everyone else. This match stole the show. And I called it. Because I seen what these guys could do. I've been studying them. If you see my UK review from last night, you guys know that I was very excited for this match. And once again, I am right. And people, Venom, you're not always right about everything. I'm not always right about everything. But if I tell you that a certain match may be match of the weekend, you better bet your ass that if it's not match of the weekend, it may be the second best match of the weekend. This is going to be hard to be followed for months from what these two guys did tonight. Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne. At the beginning, Dunne got a huge pop because he was the heel. And people are gravitating towards him more because they're in Chicago. Tyler Bate did not get such of a good pop when he first came out. I was a little bit upset by that. But as the match started to go, Tyler Bate chants, Bruiserweight chants. You got a UK chant. At one point in the match, Pete Dunne hits a X-Plex to the edge of the ring to Tyler Bate. If you know what X-Plex is, it's a release suplex, and where the guy that's being taken to move, they flip onto the edge of the ring. Brutal strikes in this match. They were legitimately punching each other. They were, hitting each other with forearms and fucking European uppercuts and just a very hard-hitting British strong style match. This is why I want to see Nakamura versus Pete Dunne. This is why I want to see Nakamura versus Trent Seven. This is why I want to see, Nakamura versus Tyler Bate. This is why I want to see, Pete Dunne versus Kevin Owens, or Pete Dunne versus Sami Zayn, or Tyler Bate versus Seth Rollins. It's coming. It's coming. It's gonna come. And I said this again about Tyler Bate, that Tyler Bate is the best 19-year-old that I've ever seen in a wrestling ring. He is the best 20-year-old I ever seen in a wrestling ring. He is fucking amazing in what he does. Bate, at his size, he has a John Cena physique. Not as tall as Cena, obviously, but he has his physique. He should not be doing the shit that he's doing. Running shooting star presses. He did a fucking spiral tap off the top rope. Are you fucking serious? This match was fucking... I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Bate at one point went for a running shooting star press. Dunne reverses it into a triangle choke, which got reversed into a powerbomb by Bate. An airplane spin by Tyler Bate, which was fuck. He was going like 200 miles per hour on the way he was spinning. He legitimately got fucking dizzy. An X-Plex into a powerbomb, which was my first time seeing it, got a 2 count. I mentioned the spiral tap, they got a 2 count. And just hard-hitting stuff by Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate does his little spot where he dives into the ropes between the top and the middle rope, and he came back and hits Dunne with a fucking vicious forearm. Unbelievable. Pete Dunne wins with the bitter end for the win. Pete Dunne is your new United Kingdom champion. My God, man, what a fucking match this was. What a fucking match this was. And I can't wait to see Pete Dunne versus Mark Andrews, because they can pull on a fucking great match like that. Pete Dunne versus Trent Seven. Trent Seven versus Tyler Bate. I want to see more of this. And we are going to see more of this. I guarantee you at the next takeover, we're going to have a match. We're going to have a match between Pete Dunne and maybe Tyler Bate again, because he's going to get his rematch. That's probably what I'm thinking. And they should be on second to last, at least. They deserve it after what the fuck I saw tonight. Amazing match. Now, I told myself that I don't know if I give it 5 stars, but I don't know if I give it 5 stars, because if you say it's a 5-star match, I'm not going to argue with you over it. I'm not. I'm feeling 5 stars, but maybe am I overreacting with this match on how great it was? Let me know in the comments what you think about this match here, because I want to say 5 stars, but I don't want to be like, oh, I'm overreacting and like, you know, a couple years from now this match won't hold up, which I think it is. I mean, I felt the same way last year about Kota Ibushi and Cedric Alexander. I felt the same way last year about Sami Zayn and Nakamura. So I believe, you know, this is very much so a 5-star match. It was that damn good. That damn good for sure. Unbelievable. If you're gonna watch one match, this is the match you gotta watch, and watch it over and over and over again. Fucking amazing match. After that, we got Ruby Riott, Nikki Cross, and Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. Nice pop for Ruby Riott. I was kind of surprised. I'm like, oh, Ruby Riott, but she has like that punk look. CM Punk. you get it. So, Asuka got a great pop. Nikki Cross, she got a decent pop as well. They did a good job trying to follow Bate and Dunne. You know, Ryan and Cross look good, very good in this match. I really don't have much to say about this match, because I was still in awe. I was still in awe thinking about the last match. So, you know, quite frankly, I didn't really get into as much as I wanted to, but what I did notice, and once I kind of snapped out of it, you know, we're like kind of like almost done with the match. I was really getting behind this match here. At some points in the match, you thought Asuka's title was going to be in jeopardy, but that didn't happen. Riott does hit a Izagiri on Cross. Riott pins Cross, but Asuka comes out of nowhere with a running knee, a Shining Wizard on Riott, and pins both of them for the win. So, Asuka retains her NXT Women's Championship. You will figure it'll be Ember Moon versus Asuka at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And you may figure that Ember Moon may win there, even though I believe that Asuka should stay undefeated. Now, there's some people that will say, hey, you know, that's going to ruin the division. But legitimately, I think that Asuka deserves to stay undefeated, because I mean, unless if one of the new Japanese women's wrestlers come in and defeats Asuka, I would like that. But you know, I believe Ember Moon may beat Asuka just because of the whole storyline with WWE and the, you know, time-honored tradition and all that shit, you know, of a champion going out. But I think Asuka deserves, you know, I think she'd be made one of the rare few that could stay undefeated all the way through her NXT run. And she can lose her first match, not her first match, but she can lose her first match on the main roster, but not her first match when she's in. You get it, right? No, okay, whatever. Okay, but it's a very good match from these women. They busted their ass. They busted their ass for sure. Velveteen Dream promo this Wednesday. Oh my God, get ready for that shit, guys. I'm not gonna judge it till I actually see something. So we'll keep it at that. Hideo Itami versus Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship. Now, when I saw that this match was going on second to last, I was thinking two things. Either one, I was thinking that Tommaso Ciampa's ankle wasn't ready, because you know how he got injured. So I was like, oh man, they're probably just gonna only have 4 matches of the show, and they're just gonna close with this. Or I thought about the obvious thing, which I said, which we talked about earlier, that Ciampa is going heel, which did happen. So I was right about one of the two. And my third one was, you know, as I was talking about earlier, of Maria, Mike Bennett, and Adam Cole debuting together to rehash the Kingdom, but that didn't happen either, which I'm not upset about, as I mentioned again. Good match from these two. Third best match of the night, but that's saying a lot because, I mean, the ladder match and Bate and Dunn was fucking awesome. This match was, like, this match here would be match of the night for any takeover if it was outside of tonight. But this was good. This was really good. Atami was kicking the shit out of Rude, slapping the shit out of Rude. Rude was favoring his shoulder at one point in the match, during like most of the match. Makes you think if Rude was really injured, right? Atami, you know, at one point he tried to drop kick by Rude onto the steel steps, but Atami hurts his ankle, so they were selling that fact. Atami is say GTS, and as I mentioned, you know, if he hits the GTS, you know, Byru's gonna fall in the ring, and that's what happened. Atami kicks out with Glorious DDT, but Rude does pick up the win and retains the NXT Championship with 2 Glorious DDTs in a row. He hits the first one, does a rollover, kind of like how Cena, you know, did the AA spot with AJ Styles. Same thing with Rude, but with the Glorious DDTs. So Byru is still your NXT champion. Hideo Itami looked very, very, very impressive in this match, and I don't think he's going anywhere, guys. A lot of people were saying like, hey, you know, is the Itami experiment over? Not after tonight. Nope, no way, no how. They're gonna, Itami's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be there. I don't know if he's gonna win the title. I don't know if he's going to win the title, but he's gonna be there for sure. Now, Byru, who does he go on to? Drew McIntyre? Aleister Black? Is it going to be a triple threat? It's going to be one of those, it's going to be some scenario between those three. You know what I mean? Is there going to be Rude versus Black, or Rude versus McIntyre, or a triple threat at NXT Takeover Brooklyn? Great, great match. Our main event. Authors of Pain versus DIY. Going into this match itself, I was like, hell, this is going to be hard as hell to follow Bate and Dunn. Which they didn't, but it came close. It came close. If I had to give Dunn and Bate 5 stars, I'll probably give this one a solid 4 to 4.5 stars. Very good ladder match, and it deserved to close the show. To end the chapter of AOP versus DIY, and to begin a feud. Like I said, it's going to be a blood feud without the blood between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Great match. Double dives onto the outside. Randy Orton loves that spot there between 2 ladders, and I thought that fucking Ciampa and fucking Gargano nearly killed themselves. Paul Ellering takes his first bump in 30 years, it must be, because he took a super kick for Johnny Gargano. A lot of great storytelling in this match. At one point, you know, Ciampa was sitting there, you know what I mean, and AOP had had a ladder. They were both going to strike Ciampa into the face. Gargano saves Tommaso Ciampa, saves his best friend, which is his former best friend now, and fucking Gargano takes the ladder into the face, and it was just like, holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. That was a rough spine. They show a replay of it, and like he just took it all run into the chin, into the face, and nasty spot. Ciampa went ahead and gave a German suplex off the ladder to Razor, snapping the ladder in half. And I think that ladder was made of wood. I think it was kind of made of wood because you saw like some wooding underneath that. So I think that was one of those ladders one of those prop ladders. But despite it was a prop ladder or not, fucking brutal spot. That's possibly one of the most brutal spots I've ever seen a big man ever take in a ladder match. That ladder exploded. I'm surprised that no one got killed by any fragments, you know, in the crowd. Brutal spot. Brutal spot. Very brutal. Me in the middle with to the ladder to anchor my DIY. Another great spot. For a second, thought DIY was going to win the match, but AOP, you know, they catches DIY off the bars, holding the tag team title belts, and they did a powerbomb, a super collider, and another powerbomb, and AOP wins, and they're still your tag team champions, your NXT tag team champions. Who is going to stop AOP? I will say that you were going to be very surprised with Heavy Machinery. I like the dynamic between Heavy Machinery, what they do, and what AOP does. I think we may see a very fun match at NXT Takeover Brooklyn. That's just what I think. I mean, we'll see. We'll see when we get there. We'll see when we get there. I know some people probably won't be too fond of that match, but I call Tyler Bate versus P. Dunne match of the fucking night, match of the weekend. I didn't predict match of the year because I knew they had it in them, but I was like, I'm not gonna go that far and say match of the year. But now this is possibly match of the year, Bates and Dunne. But I'm not gonna say that, you know, Heavy Machinery AOP is gonna be like match of the year quality, but you guys will be surprised on what they're gonna be able to pull off. Because I think that I really think that the fans will end up getting behind it. After the match ends, now they did the same thing as they did with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens when Kevin Owens turned heel. They put the little logo on the bottom saying, you know, NXT Takeover Chicago 2017 on the bottom, like, you know, that the pay-per-view is ending. I was too smart for that. I knew that the heel turn was coming because it was just obvious. Ciampa turns heel by throwing Gargano into the stage, as I mentioned earlier. 2 knees by Ciampa to Gargano. And, like I said, asshole and fuck you Ciampa chants were just being chanted, you know, in the arena. And I mentioned earlier an air raid off the announcers table through some tables on the outside. Man, guys, great NXT Takeover. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, and this was my last bit of energy that I have for tonight, guys. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch the show. You got to watch this show. Might as well watch from beginning to end, guys. You got to watch this show. Fucking amazing. And, man, I just can't wait to see what's going to come in the UK. I can't wait to see what's going to come with Gargano and Ciampa. I can't wait to see when Adam Cole's going to come in. I can't wait to see who's going to take down Asuka. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the women's tournament, to see if the winner of the women's tournament is going to take down Asuka. There's so much to look forward to within the next up-and-coming months with NXT. And NXT, there was a few months where NXT was down, but I'm glad to say that NXT is back and better than ever. Possibly better than possibly the best NXT that we're going to be seeing ever within the next couple of months here. But guys, let me know what you think about this show. If I have to give this show a rating out of 10, I said between an 8 and a 9. I'm going to give it an 8.5. That's my official rating, at 8.5 out of 10. Amazing show. Fantastic. That's it, guys. I gotta do this tomorrow with Backlash. Wow. I'm out of it. But guys, if you like this here, be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for daily content of wrestling here on YouTube. And I will be here tomorrow for my Backlash 2017 review, where the Maharaja take out the Viper Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Please rate, subscribe, drop a comment, and I'll see you guys later. You guys have a great day. Peace out. Wow.